Hi all, this is Ashwin again. Welcome back to my series of tutorials on OpenCV and Python 3. In the last video we saw how to use OpenCV and Python 3 for playback of a video. So in this video we are going to learn a very interesting concept. Okay, all of you have must heard about object tracking, right? So object tracking is highlighting a particular object when in the live video or in a pre-recorded video. So we are going to try to replicate that functionality using OpenCV and Python 3 as well as a webcam. So for the convenience of all of us, I have already written the program. I am just going to copy it line by line, and then I'm going to explain the working of it line by line. Okay, so this is the program. So let me copy it. Let me start copying it. So first of all, I'm going to copy the pretty much basic skeleton that we are all familiar with, and yes, this is the skeleton of the program that we all are very much familiar with. And let's see how this thing if this thing works. So only missing part here is if underscore name underscore equal to main, then call the main function. So this is the pretty much basic skeleton of any live video processing program. So anyway, we are going to process the live video in this. That's why I'm using it. So let's save it and run it. Oh, so I guess I have forgotten to I have already forgotten to add that window code. Okay, code for the windows. So imshow code, right? Yes, the code for imshow I had forgotten. So I'm adding that code, and it should be pretty much good enough. So just let me say frame. Okay, and we are going to create that we are going to delete that named window stuff, because we are going to have 3 windows in this program. So this is like original video, original webcam feed. So now it is going to create a window known as with name original webcam feed, and it is going to show live webcam feed in that. Let's see how it works. Yeah, this is the live webcam feed, and it is working pretty well. If I hit the escape key, it stops the execution of the program, and then it allows us to like code further. So okay, so now we are going to try to write a program of object tracking. Okay, using the color tracking, using the logic of tracking by color. Okay, so for that I have created this. Yeah, for that I have created this color board. Okay, so we are going to write down a program together. We all together are going to write a program which is going to track these colors. Okay, so now this is the range for blue colors, this is the range for green, the shades of green, and this is the block of the colors of red. Okay, the shades of red. So we are going to write a small program which is going to track the colors. So it is actually one of the easiest programs. I know that so many people might be thinking like object tracking is like one of the most difficult stuffs. No, but if you know actually the logic, then this object tracking by color is going to be one of the easiest tasks which can be accomplished using a live webcam, OpenCV and Python 3. So let's write the program one by one. So first of all, we need to convert the color space of the live video feed that we are fetching through camera. Okay, so we all know that OpenCV captures in BGR, right? BGR. So BGR is not actually very good for distinguishing the ranges of colors, right? So we know that red, green, and blue, these all colors come into various ranges, right? There is light red, and then there is dark blood red, there is light green, and there is dark green or chili green is also there. Then in blue colors we have so many shades of blue, and then so many admixtures of blue color. We have dark navy blue, we have like normal blue, and then we have cyan, and then we have light sky blue, all these colors. So in order to traverse the color range, BGR or even RGB or RGB, right, red, RGB, these are not the appropriate color spaces. The only color space which we will be comfortable defining a color range is going to be HSV. HSV stands for hue, saturation, and value. Value, it's VALUE. So we are going to first convert the frame that we are capturing from BGR to HSV color space. Then depending on the color that we want to track, we are going to define the lower range, okay, and the higher range of the color. So first of all, let's I have actually the code for tracking the shades of blue color, the shades of green color, as well as the shades of red color. So let's get started with blue, because it is one of the easiest colors to track. So for blue color, the light blue can be defined with the HSV, the combination of HSV values 100, 50 and 50. So we are going to use a function in NumPy, that is np.array, to create a tuple with which contains the value, the HSV value for a light blue pixel. The same way we are going to have the highest value blue color can have in HSV color space. Okay, so we have got now the lower range and the higher range of the blue color, or the shades of blue. So we are actually making sure that all the shades of blue are captured, okay, while or are identified while tracking any object. So it shouldn't be like when we have a light blue object we will have to change the parameter in the code. That is not appropriate. Our code should be quite generic, and it should be able to, when we say that we are tracking the object based on blue color, it should be able to track the object of blue colors irrespective of their shade, okay, the shade of blue color. Now image mask is going to be, so let me explain you how image mask works. So image mask is going to return a binary image, okay, or a binary matrix based on the low value and the high value based on the interval that we are passing to it. Okay, for we are actually passing it the HSV image and then the interval range. So the interval range here is low and high, and low happens to be, okay, I guess I have pasted it in the wrong location. Okay, the range the low and high happen to be light blue and dark blue respectively. So now whenever this particular line of code is going to run, it will return it is going to fill this image mask with an array of 1 and 0s. It's going to be a binary array or binary image if you want to see it that way. Anyway, we are going to even see this on the screen. We just need to type cv2 dot imshow, IMSHOW. Okay, just say image mask and image underscore mask, IMAGE underscore mask. That's it. So it is going to create an image mask and it is going to display it on the screen. So if we can even at this point we can see the execution of this program. This is not the complete object tracking program, or we can just say it is a partial object tracking program. So yeah, this is the live video feed. And as you can see, there is a bottle of Parachute hair oil, which happens to be a very popular hair oil in India. Here, okay, this is the Parachute hair oil and it happens to be blue, correct? So that's why it is creating a mask of the blue color, and it is just showing it to us. Now I am going to flash the board that I have created, okay, for the various colors, right? So here we have the blue color, here we have the green color, and here we have the red color. So now it is only going to identify the blue color, and it is going to create an appropriate mask of that color. Now, as I have told you, this is a binary image. Image mask is a binary image, or it's a binary matrix. So in case you are more interested in like seeing whether it's really it is a matrix or not, you can just say print of mask. Okay, so let's do that. We will just print the mask. print the image mask. But this is going to be like a very lengthy array, and mostly the array will be truncated. Then so we will just like check the corners. We will be only able to check the corners of this matrix. So let's nevertheless, let's run the code again and let's see what values actually it prints. So let's take it to the corner so that we should be able to, okay, edges, we should be able to see the edges, okay, and this and this like this, okay, and yeah, correct. Whenever we are actually bringing that blue color boxes to the edge of the webcam video capture, it is able to show us that it's like 1, right? All the values are 255. 255 stands for blue color, right? So this is it. It is creating a color mask, okay? So now this is a binary mask. The mask has been created. Now think about it. If we do a logical AND of this mask, okay, with the original image, then it is going to only show us the image which has got blue color in it. So let us do that, and the final output could be defined like this: output equal to cv2 dot bitwise underscore and frame and mask, okay, and then mask equal to image mask. So we are doing the bitwise AND of 2 frames with a mask. The value of that mask is equal to image mask that we have calculated earlier. So it is going to do bitwise AND between 2 frames with the image mask as the mask. Okay, so finally we are just going to say cv2.imshow color tracking and let's clear this, and meanwhile let's yeah, just say output, and we'll just delete this line because it is going to create too much of console output. In case there is an error, it will be like lost in the debug values. So let's run this code again. So this is the mask, this is the original image, and this one is the tracked blue colors, okay. So whatever colors it is identifying as blue colors, okay, or we have actually given a custom range for blue color, so that's why it is now showing only the objects with blue color. Yeah, you can see here that this is the mask, this is the original image, this is the mask actually, this is the original image, and this is the blue color, right? So wherever I move my board, it is only tracking the blue color. So in the similar way, we are able to track, we can even track the red color as well as the green color. So let me show you the code for the green color. So this one is for blue color. So let me comment the code. So in case you want to access the code for blue color or access the value of HSV value range for blue color, it's going to be there, right? You can find the code on the GitHub repository. I have shared the link for the GitHub repository in the description section of this this video. So do not forget to find the description, look at the description section of this video. Yeah, so we have low and high. So the range for light green is 40, 50, 50, and for dark green it's 80 to 55 to 55. And let us see now. Yeah, we have here the stuff. So whatever it presumes to be green, it is showing us that. And now let's hold the board before it. Yeah, now it is able to out of 3 shapes, it is out of 3 shades of green, it is only able to identify the shade for this green color, okay. That's why it is not showing the complete entire block. So probably this range is not perfect. You just need to actually meddle with the range. We can even just make it lighter, right? Let's see what happens when it is lighter. Yeah, I hit. So perhaps it's able to know. I guess we have messed up a lot. So let's try to change the values. Should we make it like 75 and 75? I'm not quite sure how the conversion between HSV and yeah, I guess it is catching up other colors. Even the color of my skin has light green, so, and it even looks like light green when we just see the tracked objects. Okay, so I guess yellowish green is also, it is even considering the yellowish green as also the green color, right? So just make sure that you input the correct range. So what was the earlier correct range? It was 40 and 50, right? So let's keep it as it is. We don't want to mess up. We don't want to mess up the perfectly working program. And finally we are going to have the range for the red color. It is also recorded on. Yeah. So here we have the red color, but it is not identifying any one of those colors I have actually filled the boxes on the board with. So I have actually red water bottle here. Let's see whether it is okay. It is able to identify few shades of red color on this water bottle. Otherwise, normally it is not able to identify the other red colors. Probably this the range of red colors that we use require even more finer tuning than the green and blue one. So try to find out the range, appropriate range. So take it as an exercise. But this is how we track the objects, the objects based on the color. So this is the very primitive form of object tracking. In case you are more interested in object tracking and all, you will have to study the advanced concepts in computer science like algorithms and artificial neural networks and pattern recognition and all. And you can combine those concepts with OpenCV and the webcam practicals of the OpenCV to track the live objects in the live environment. So this is it. This is the end of the video. Please let me know if you can find the correct set of values. I will improve the program and I will upload some other video, and I will actually update the code in the GitHub repository if anyone is able to find out the correct values for the green and the red color. Thanks a lot. Let me know your thoughts and suggestions in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I will see you next time.